Hey fellas, Nick here, and Jesus Christ, am I tired of all these people trying to tell me that game consoles are made for video games. Excuse me for 1 second. Yellow.
It's me.
Oh my god. The Jesus Christ? What's up?
Well, I'm just calling in to tell you that I'm fucking pissed off at how you keep using my name all the time.
Alright, JC, I promise you it won't happen again. Now, we've both got our things to do. We're both adults here, so let's just
I'm
call
not
it
done
a night.
talking
Stop
to you,
the phone
bitch. Don't
calls.
say
Okay,
my
bye.
name.
Sorry about that. Me and this fella go way back. It's just that ever since I said I was atheist, he acts like I insulted his whole world. Anyways, game consoles are not meant to play games. Well, but why is it called game consoles if it's not for games? Well, names can be deceiving, you know. Child murderers? They're all adults. This is why I've been trying to boycott words lately. Didn't pan out, now I'm banned from Georgia. Game consoles were never meant to play games since the very beginning. I mean, I bet you didn't know the W in Wii stands for watching Amazon Prime Video. That's because I have not found any evidence yet, besides this used napkin. So, ever since I had this eye-opening discovery, I think it'd be nice to take a look at all the things you can do on a game console that don't involve a game. Now, back in the Stone Ages, if you didn't plug anything into your console, this is what caused the video game crash. But then, come December 1991, and the Philips CDI released, most notable for being the first to have a proper sort of menu. On its own, the CDI is already a weird thing, but as a game console, the most popular model is the CDI 205. It's also known as the 910 in America and was the first Philips CDI model, even though numerous models in the 100 series already existed. And then they priced it at $800 US, which nowadays would be, what the shit? This is what I meant when I say this console is weird. I mean, they have like 30 designs for the controllers, and maybe 2 of them look like they're meant to be held by humans. I know. All the CDI fanboys are gonna hate me for this, but I don't care what either of them think. The CDI blows. It sold terribly, and it's not because it started the menu revolution. In fact, no game menus started becoming more prevalent during this generation, as the Saturn and PlayStation both feature something to do. Nintendo 64 had none of that though, because being different means I'm cool and nobody cares because I'm Nintendo. And then in the generations after, Nintendo became the biggest supplier of bullshit to play around with. This company went from having nothing to an infestation they were proud of. I mean, if I made an invasive species named the Photo Channel, I'd be proud too. The Wii was beautiful for having so much not playing Just Dance 3 to do. News, forecasts, human creating, human trafficking, internet, and more. But you see, I can't just start on a console that has 1,640 games on it. I'd be too tempted. And besides, I'm pretty sure one of the 10 compliments is thou shalt not play cruising. Wait a second. Hey, I referenced the Bible. Can I say your name now?
No.
Damn it! He's so mean. Anyways, I can't play with some game consoles full of games. I need to find someone who is bone dry with games as I am with girls. A console that literally has no games. The PlayStation 5, released in 2020 with a digital-only model and an actually reasonable model, it's a video game console. Yeah, and I'm not breathing. The PS5 is the perfect place to be for all things no games. The menu has a tab built in for media. Alongside this, the PS5 sells a TV remote made for watching stuff. And PS4. And PS3. And PS2. I wasn't able to buy one, so I'm using this to pretend I'm happy. It's even got buttons dedicated to apps so you can launch them quickly. Okay, what's the deal with dedicated app buttons? Do we stoop so low to not opening the main menu and opening the app there? No, we need all this space taken up by specific buttons for certain apps. All it does is take up space on an otherwise sleek remote. These could maybe be reprogrammable, let you open what your favorite app is. No, Sony knows what's best, and that's give you buttons that open 4 specific apps just because you're too lazy to do it yourself. I have been holding in those 87 words since I was 9. Coming back to the PS5 now, we have loads of no games to play. Going into the media section, there's tons of apps to look at. Now, there's tons of options to watch various movies and TV shows on a console, but most of them make you pay a fee. And paying just to use a digital app you download to the console? That sounds a lot like how video games work. Thankfully, there's a bunch of free apps on here. I mean, they have YouTube. I did have some trouble finding my channel. That was pretty weird. I could watch something on Twitch. That's never gonna happen. You'll find me f***ing dead before you see me on Just Chatting. Now, there are probably some apps I can watch stuff for free on, but let's be honest, I don't have time for that. And nobody wants to be called NFL Sunday Ticket on their console. Instead, let's check out Share Factory Studio, the ultimate anti-game tool. I mean, come on, you can video edit on a PS5. The issue is, you can only really record footage of games you play, and then edit that. It's probably fine though. I can make something great with this. This isn't working. Let's go to the PS4. The PS4 and PS5 are pretty similar with their media features, but some apps aren't on each store. Like the PS5 is missing UEFA TV. That made me so angry I had to go outside and shoot a fucking duck. Now, there's actually a lot more things that I thought to mess around with on PS4. There's PlayStation Video, an app to view all your video and audio that you've gotten off the PlayStation Store. I don't have anything, so now's probably a good time to look for stuff on the store. I've finally gotten a chance to see all the apps here, so I went ahead and splurged on a few. Trend Micro? No, I have standards. Dude, they even have Rocket League. I love movies. The first app in my haul was Headset Companion app. I can select a headset. I own none of these, so I'll go with the first one. So this app is all about making various audio modes for headsets. There's tons of presets here. There's explosions, gunfire, talking, bass booster, some adjustable EQs, and even some presets made for games. I knew something was up with that app. Instead, let's try another one, like Live from PlayStation. It's an app where you can see all the people that are live, broadcasting directly from their PlayStation. The Dutch version of GTA 5 is at the top of the popularity. That shows you just how little it's touched. There's PS5 Remote Play. I guess this is for people that want to play Share Factory Studio on their PS4. But why would you want to do that if it doesn't even have UEFA TV? Speaking of which, it's ready. This is what I was waiting for. This puts the UEFA TV back in PlayStation UEFA TV where it belongs, alright? This is the reason to buy a game console. This is an app for soccer fans. Or football. European football? Do you understand why I want to boycott words now? There's a massive selection of content on the homepage alone. Like outrage disability. Because people with colorblindness piss me off. Weirdly enough, there's so much stuff about Manchester City on the homepage. If I want to see Chelsea, I have to search for it. And that's just inhumane. But there is one last chance to make things right. I must play the PS4 internet browser. How about the PS3? The PlayStation 3, well known for its funny-looking cross-media bar menu. You can do all kinds of anti-games. Look at the photos, the music, the videos, and more. Opening the console, it starts by showing me games. Wait. This can't be. Consoles aren't meant for games. No, I won't support your loser cult. I have the definitive no games console, the Wii. I can boot it up and mess around with all the channels and they're gone? No. People don't understand. This is unnatural. Our bodies can't process this. This is wrong. Games, stay away from consoles. You hear me? I'm not playing, okay? I'm not playing. I fucking blacked out. Now that I've come to my senses, I realize that consoles should be about the games. These multimedia features never sell a console. They're more so additions to a console that people are already going to buy in the first place. The PS2 was cheap. It had games great for kids and it played DVDs, so people bought it for multiple reasons. Meanwhile, the PS3 cost a mortgage, fucking hated babies, and played DVDs, so it bombed at the start. All this stuff you can do on a console works fine enough, and it's good to have, but when your console costs 3 limbs and a kidney, you need to justify it with some games. Because at the end of the day, if you want a console, you're not gonna go for the one that has no games. Unless you're a scalper, because, Jesus Christ, they will buy anything! That's weird, I thought I already got all my mail for the year.